the importance of activating the Memorandum of Understanding to enhance trade, investment, and partnership. He also suggested Jordanian companies enter the Iraqi market. Hello everyone, welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays, bringing you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review and it's based off my interests. Thank you everyone for joining me. Last week we talked about Iraq's Finland trades, the U.S. economy, economic growth, energy future, the UNDP, industrial growth, wins with arbitration, stock market updates, Iraq's gold, and the effect on the exchange rate. It's March 21st. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. News has been slow this week. However, U.S. urges Iraq to finalize agreements for resuming oil exports via Iraq-Turkey pipeline. The United States has called on the Iraqi government to finalize an agreement with international oil companies, the IOC, to restart crude oil exports through the Iraq-Turkey pipeline, the ITP. During a daily press briefing on Wednesday, State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce emphasizes the importance of resuming exports, stating, "We're urging the Iraqi government to reach an agreement with the international oil companies to resume oil exports through the Iraq-Turkey pipeline as soon as possible, and to honor the existing contracts with U.S. companies. Reopening the ITP ensures Iraqi oil can reach global, especially European markets. Iraq benefits from the stability of resilient supply chains, as we all do. The resumption of oil exports via the ITP is seen as a critical step in maintaining energy security and stabilizing global supply chains, particularly the European markets." Let's talk about digital banking. The Association of Iraqi Private Banks held a paneled discussion in Baghdad to discuss the banking sector's recent developments, including deprived banks and fines imposed by the central bank. The panelists stressed that the importance of joint cooperation between the central bank, banks, and electronic payment companies to enhance financial stability and development and develop the banking system according to the international standards. The special committee to assist the disadvantaged banks called for an assistance and the stopping of fines on deprived banks. The central bank supports the establishment of digital banks, with the first phase focusing on license to study challenges. The Kurdish Finance Ministry announced the transfers of 48.722 billion IQD in non-oil revenues in Baghdad in February, following by a 52 billion IQD transfer in January. The funds were deposited in Erbil's branch of the Central Bank of Iraq, reinforcing financial cooperation with the federal government. The NIC chairman discussed non-oil investment projects with the UNDP representatives. The chairman of Iraq's National Investment Commission, NIC, Dr. Hader Mohammed Makiaya, met with representatives from the United Nations Development Program to explore opportunities for non-oil investments in Iraq. Discussions focused on key sectors including fiber optic cable infrastructure, high-quality silica sand investments, soil enhancement technology, climate investment strategies, and digital economy initiatives. To attract foreign capital, the NIC emphasizes measures such as visa facilitations, tax and customs exemptions, and streamlined investment licensing under Iraq's investment law. These initiatives aim to create a more investor-friendly environment and support Iraq's economic diversification efforts. The World Bank has approved a $18.5 million initiative to help Iraq reduce environmental and human health hazards from pollutants and chemical emissions. The initiative, funded by the Iraq Reform Recovery and Reconstruction Fund and the Global Environment Facility, aims to eliminate or contain around 4,000 tons of hazardous chemicals and contaminants. The initiative aims to improve livelihood prospects and contribute to Iraq's long-term ecological sustainability. The Iraqi delegation met with the BOX International Monetary Fund in Amman, discussing the country's economic performance and prospects for sustainable growth. The meeting focused on the growth of the non-GDP by 5% in 2024, driven by the expansion of agriculture sectors and increased public spending. The focus was on reducing dependence on oil revenues, enhancing economic diversification, and updating public debt strategies. The meeting also emphasizes the importance of modernizing the banking system and expanding cooperation with international correspondent banks. And what does the roadmap for comprehensive electronic transformation look like? Baghdad Central Bank Governor Ali Al-Alaq has announced a roadmap for a comprehensive electronic transformation. The plan includes steps, efforts, and data center. The central bank has already reduced paper use by 50% and it's working on digital currencies in coordination with the International and Arab Organization and the Arab Monetary Fund. Iraq's political advisor Farhad Allah Al-Din has confirmed the strength of bilateral relations with the U.S., highlighting the country's positive and continuous cooperation in security, economic, and diplomatic and immigration fields. Al-Din emphasizes Iraq's commitment to enhancing security, combating terrorism, and maintaining a safe environment, and a commitment to work with the U.S. and other countries for sustainable developments. And the Iraqi stock market report shows a cross transaction occurred on 1.7 billion shares of Asia Al Iraq Islamic Bank, the BAIB, on March 19th, valued at IQD 1.5 billion. Al Mansour Pharmaceuticals Industries, the IMAP, invites shareholders to subscribe to 2.56 billion shares starting March 17th, 2025, for a capital increase to IQD 18.56 billion. Al Kadam Telecom, TZNI, and the Iraqi Seed Productions, the AISP, also announced their cash dividends for the fiscal year of 2022 and 2023. The ISX suspended trades of Eurasian Trade Bank, the BRTB, and the Al Mal Islamic Investment Bank due to pending verification procedures for fund sources. These actions are part of regulatory measures to strengthen due diligence procedures and protect the markets and investors. And speaking about trades, the Baghdad Chamber of Commerce supports the Amman Chamber of Commerce plan to establish a trade office in Baghdad to boost economic and trade cooperation between Iraq and Jordan. Amman Chamber of Commerce president emphasizes the importance of activating the Memorandum of Understanding to enhance trade, investment, and partnership. He also suggested Jordanian companies enter the Iraqi market through strategic partnership is the key sector. And you've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East, the U.S. entertainment news here on reforms and economics of Iraq, bringing you all the latest Dinar news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up. If you really like our content, you can always see a super chat or a super thanks in the comment section below. We asked our newsroom community which factors they believe will have the biggest impact on Iraq's exchange rate. The majority, 52%, pointed to gold reserves and central bank policy, followed by trade agreements and foreign investments at 29%, energy exports and oil prices at 14%, and stock markets and investor confidence at 5%, receiving less than support. With each of these factors playing an important role, it's clear that the monetary policy and investment strategy remains top concerns for many. Be sure to join our weekly poll and let your voice be heard. Again, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for your trusted Dinar News. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment